I may not have 100,000 subscribers, but it's like I've always said, if I could touch one person's life and they can pass it on, or if their voice is larger than mine and they stumble across this video, I urge you to pass this on. I urge you to speak out on this subject. Because it's all well and good to make these videos about how we help people survive, how we feed this country, how we give up to give to this village, how we give to the blood drives, to the needy, to the sick, to the homeless. And we're good at that. But when it comes to a global government scale, not just government, but a global scale in general, we seem to get scared. We seem to have a fear factor. And I just don't know. I don't know when enough is going to be enough. Do they actually have to attempt an invasion before our eyes are opened? I mean, do they have to go even further and maybe cause a pandemic? I mean, it's quite obvious that for years now that nothing's being done. They just move it from one product to another product. And when are you, United Nations, going to stand up as a voice to the government of China, to the illegal, or I guess theirs legal, child labor warehouses and manufacturer companies over there who are sub-third world conditions in the first place? When are we going to stand up to them and say, look, this ain't working. We're going to take our business elsewhere for a little while till you fix things and sort things out. We'd survive. We survived $5 gas. We came out. People that smoke are surviving $5.50 to $6 and $7 packs of smokes. They're surviving. Milk is finally coming down. Remember one of the first videos I ever did? Gas versus milk. Now milk prices are dropping down below gas. Amazing how that works. And nobody's complaining. Or nobody's actually even noticing. Milk just kind of flies under the radar. I don't know why. But when are we going to actually say those words to China? No longer going to do business with you, taking our business elsewhere till you get things sorted out. That's all you have to say. Be done with it. Because whenever you place the value of $1 over the value of a life, that's, in my opinion, when the government, in America anyway, has gotten too powerful. And henceforth, like the Constitution says, as a civic duty, militias should be formed. And I'm not saying that's what I'm doing, but I'm just saying when it comes to that point where the dollar outweighs the life, that's when things are just out of hand. It may be why America, along with Israel, America mainly, are the #1 researchers of non-lethal technologies for taking people down. Could they see this in the near future? Could it possibly be that they know it's inevitable? Who knows? All I know is I call it like I see it. And I see a turkey just strutting its stuff. But that turkey is going to be cooked and put on the table one day. And maybe then a life will outweigh the value of $1. I would hope so anyway. Tell him, Duke. So anyway, I'm going to end up right there. I know this is about 25 parts. If you stuck around for this many parts, I appreciate it. And remember, everybody out there, I'm not bashing China as a people. Never said that. But the Chinese peoples that are responsible for the actions in which put these items and lives both at danger and have killed lives. Whether it be dog, animal, whatever. Human. It's just wrong. And it's time to take a stand on it. That's all I'm saying. Now let's see if you out there have a craft of the mind and use your craft of the mind to do something about it. I've done my part. Now let's see some video responses, some comments. Call your senator, call your representative, call your chancellor, call your prime minister, whatever you got to do, no matter where you are. Call your warlord, I don't care. Wherever you are in the world, call somebody, make something happen. All right? Let your voice be heard. Because I know here in America, our taxes pay your paychecks, government. And I never forget that. Okay, so before we end up this video, I just wanted to put this at the tail end because there seems to be some peoples out there, as usual, that want to take the wrong idea and say that this is my opinion and they should be able to have their opinion. Well, understand something, folks. This isn't an opinion. This is actual facts that I have both encountered personally that have affected my life and done research on and have known people that it has affected their lives in so many of these particular incidents that's happened from products from China. Okay? And seeing that the world gets its supply of goods from there, it's just a matter of time before we lose control ourselves and the decisions in which we make as far as products go. Now, I know I've mentioned a lot of times about the government should step up and do something. Well, first of all, we need to step up. Just like I said here in the end of the video, first of all, we need to step up and do something ourselves. No matter what country you live in, it could be the United States, Canada, Europe, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. All right? You can't just sit there and say, well, America's done this and poisoned themselves and killed them. Look, the whole goddamn world has. Okay? The U.S. isn't the only schmucks that has done testing in some of the most asinine ways. That's no excuse. So what they did 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 40 years ago is supposed to affect my decision on what I do here now today. That's what you people out there are telling me. That I'm just supposed to, oh, it's the norm and we're just supposed to take it. Oh, as a matter of fact, here's a bottle of KY and make it go in a little easier. And that kind of attitude right there, that complacent attitude, and, you know, the other little words that you can put in there with it, is just the doom of society. And you should take your passions that you have so much about wanting to point a finger back at the person that's speaking out on an issue and actually step up and do something yourself for your community. Okay, when's the last time you've done something for your community? All right? Ask yourself that question. If it's no and that you don't care if you do or not, then that's the problem right there. All right? We can't sit back and justify any one or the other causes of this other than yet we say, oh, China makes everything. Everything you buy is in China. You have choices. This shirt I have on right here is made in Malaysia. All right, you have other choices. You don't have to buy China goods. You know, if you don't want to speak up and call somebody. And yes, I have already talked with one of my representatives here who knows about these issues and are going to bring it up in the next session. So I've done my minute little part. And if everybody will do that, they go, oh yeah, I just had somebody ask me about that. Down the line, something actually may be done about it. But we can't sit here and bash the messenger. You know, I can shoot links. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to put the links to the pages over here so that you could go do the research yourself and see that it doesn't just affect the U.S. And if craftchest or Dustin is caring about the rest of the world along with the U.S., forgive me if it offends you. All right? But it's not my opinion. It's facts. And that's just the way I see it here, is that something's got to be done. We need to step up as a people and stop bashing each other so damn much. Until that happens, nothing is going to change. Now I'm done with my bitching, and that part was a rant. Craftchest out.